One click. Okay, I'm on live. Hey y'all, how y'all doing? I'm trying to do something. I'm trying to, you know what they say when you're trying to do more? I'm actually trying to do my live. I'm not going to do live streaming on my TikTok page, but that's what I was trying to do. Done. Let's see if they're going to let me go live. Nope, it's 10 o'clock, so we're going to stop that madness right now. So we're going to come off of here. Give me 1 second. 1 second. Hey, what's up? How y'all doing on this Tuesday? Tuesday morning. How y'all doing? Hope everything is well. This one of my, this is an old song, but I like it. Once you've added all this info, click done. If you've streamed this way before, let me get in front of this camera. How y'all doing? Thank you for coming on. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you're there, thank you for joining. Create your time on you. Thank you, thank you. If you're there, thank you for joining. Create your time on this. Okay, TikTok, stop playing with me today. Oh, God, that's too much for me. All right. Hey, everyone, how y'all doing? Grace, give me grace. I need to take care of some business, but that won't happen today. So, I'm going to move on. Whew. When you're trying to do too much at one time, that stuff happens for real. All right. No. Everything new. How y'all doing today? Hope everyone's doing well. Go to pin. So what they got me to pin today? I'm going to pin these hearts and see who all, TikTok. How y'all doing today? Hey, Colin, how you doing? Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining the TikTok world. This is Mary Ann, the eNurse Hub website. You look, not website, sorry, TikTok page. Looking at, it's been a morning for me today. I hope you're having a great morning. Thank you for joining. I'm going to be talking about some things. Are you a caregiver? Hey, Shirley. Hey, Bless Jim. Thank you for joining. Are you a caregiver? Are you someone, that knows someone that might be a caregiver? Are you a caregiver? Are you someone that's taking care of others? Are you the person they call on the telephone when stuff starts going on? And you can direct them into the right place. You don't always have to, I'm learning now, you don't always have to have the title of a caregiver, because your calling is going to let you know if you have it. So if people always call you, ask you questions, what should I do? Something has happened in my life and I need a change. Are they calling you? Today I'm going to be talking about yesterday. I would like to do just a brief overview. I like to do a brief overview of what I talked about yesterday. So, and I read and I found out, look, hey Shirley, look, thank you, amen. I found out that I could use music. I'm happy now because music is everything for me. I can't sing a lick, but I love me some music. It pumps my heart up. It makes me happy. So when I found out we can still use music in the United States, I'm happy. All right, so what I'm doing is I started a new series yesterday. So I'll give a brief overall view of what I talked about yesterday. It won't be long, but it'll be good, okay? Hey, Monique. So yesterday I talked about, in the live stream yesterday, I talked about caregiving, the 4 types of senior living facilities, communities that that our loved ones might have to go into. Not saying they have to go into those facilities, but just in case, I want people to be knowledgeable about the facilities that's going to be available. I did notice that I didn't put on there for dementia patients and Alzheimer's patients. Usually they'll have a locked facility for memory, a memory center, which is always locked. They can't get out. They walk to the door trying to get out. You know, it is sad that because I have worked on that type of floor. But overall, my what I talked about yesterday, hey, old school, what's up? I talked about the 4 senior living communities: independent living, assisted living, skilled facilities, skilled care, and a continuing care retirement community. Now, and they give a abbreviation for CCRC, for the continuous care retirement community, because they take care of all 4 types of seniors when they come in. So I'll give you a prime example, is that if you have that good retirement money, it's all about the money for that center right there. Let's keep that real. If you got a good retirement benefit, hey, D Hill, they will allow you to come in and you'll have your own room. Have you ever been in those big facilities that they have made, and the people got their own room, all nice? It's like a bedroom. I have worked at the retirement center where they had their own room, the wife and the husband there. They paying like $9,000 a month. Some of them paying $10,000 a month to stay there. But check this out. When they stay there, they get everything. Medications. They can take their own medications. They get treatment. They get everything for their life. So they're in a facility. The facility allows them to be there, but also if their health do decline, they're able to go to either the assisted living, they have small health, or the skilled nurse part of the facility. You know, so they have a chance to go to 3 different communities and they won't kick them out. That's the best part of this, is that their money has been set up so they can establish that area. Hey, everyone that's coming in, thank you so much. I'm just doing an overview of what I talked about yesterday. And so those are 4 types of community I talked about yesterday. So I actually didn't look at my schedule, Jesus. Hey, Ford, Gunner. All right, how you doing? George Coleman, Coleman, how you doing? So my name is Marianne. I am a registered nurse, a retired registered nurse, a 16-year veteran, a published author. What else? I think that's enough for now. And I am a caregiver coach. So I coach caregivers so they could continue with their life and not carry, like they feel like they have a heavy burden and they want to quit. This is my calling. This is my assignment. Have you ever had an assignment from God and he told you this is what you need to do? So in 2017, I wrote this book, The Ultimate Caregiver Guide. I wrote it in 2017. And my goal was to continue to coach caregivers. But I let other stuff get in the way. When you allow other stuff to get in the way of your assignment is going to come back to you. Now, I am a faith-based caregiver coach. So I believe in God. I believe in therapy. I believe that sometimes we can't figure all that stuff out. So you got to go to therapy to get things figured out. You know, we're not too big, too strong to not to go to therapy, get some counseling so we could get back on track. When we have decided that something else has caused us to have a problem with being a caregiver, that the pressure of being a caregiver. Thank you for joining, Tim, Graham, Nancy, T. Wooders, Treese. Thank you all for joining or coming through my page. Pen a notice for viewer to contact you. What are they talking about? Give me 1 second. If you have a message for me, you can send me a direct message. I will respond to your message, okay? If you want to speak to me, I will send you back a message. However, today's topic. So what's today's topic? What I'm talking about today, I just gave you a brief review of what I spoke about yesterday. So how's everyone doing? Who's there? And how y'all doing today? Cheryl, how you doing? Thank you for joining. Scorpion King, thank you for joining. Women of Labert, thank you for joining. All right. Butterfly, thank you for joining. Arthur, thank you for joining. So, I am just trying to get myself together. You know, I just finished my exercise. My body's still trying to cool down. I was out walking, and so I did too much. I should have came back in. I am in Chicago. Where y'all coming from? Thank you for joining my page. I am in Chicago, and you see this girl fanning. I got a fan right here. I just have to make sure it's on me and cooling me off. All right. So, anyway, today's topic, we are talking about, this is step number 2. So, if you're a caregiver or if you're not a caregiver, you might know a caregiver. So, today I'm talking about keeping your doctor, if you're in senior care, if you are trying to transition. Hey, Mickey, thank you for joining. Handmade by Debbie. Thank you for joining. Let me push this back a little bit. There you go. That's better. So today's topic is on keeping your doctor in senior living, plus creating income for caregivers by them working from home with a done-for-you digital business. Now, first we're going to be talking about if you are in a position that you have to your person that you're taking care of, and they have to be removed from the home because you cannot take care of them any longer. So this is what this is about. You know, a lot of times, like me, for example, I took care of my dad for 13 years. He had a stroke. He came back home after he had a stroke with the G-tube. He had everything. He was bedbound. Hey, Tina. No More Tears, thank you for joining. Our Gala, thank you for joining. And again, I always say, if I said your name wrong, charge it to my head, not my heart. Okay, so thank you for joining. If you're sitting in the back row of TikTok, come on in the room, especially if you're a caregiver. I get it that other people don't want to come in because they're not caregivers. But this platform that I'm on today on TikTok, it's all about the caregivers. It's all about you caregivers, that if you feel drained, if you have not discovered a lot of things that you can do so you won't give up on your family, that you can build strong and don't quit, this is for you. Hey, CCD, how you doing, Papa? Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. So this is for you. This is for someone. If you know someone that's a caregiver and need help, I am a caregiver coach. I got the training. I went to school. I got 35 years as a nurse, 16 years as a veteran, over 20-something years as a caregiver. So caregiving is not easy. Caregiving is hard. I know it. It's hard for a lot of us. And at the end of the day, sometimes you are not in this all by yourself. A lot of times we think that we're in this caregiver journey by ourselves. because it's our family. But nowadays, hey Sandra, you cannot survive being a caregiver by yourself. You need community. You need community to help you move on. So this is the community. This is for caregivers. My handle is eNurse Hub, but this is a community for caregivers. So one of the rules with TikTok is if you're on a platform and you see me and you're going to be inside the platform, say hi so they know that real people are out there. You know, they will make me do a puzzle if no one, hi, how you doing? How you doing, Harris? How y'all doing today? Wilder, thank you for joining. Hi, Bobby, hi. So thank you guys for joining so much. Now it's 10:16. It's time for me to do my teaching. And I'm going to do some teaching on, are you as a caregiver, are you worried you'll lose your doctor after you moving into a senior living? So are you worried that your parents, you look amazing. Thank you. You know, I try not to read. I'm going to learn how to not read those comments out loud. Silence reading. That's what I'm going to do. So, even in assisted living or a skilled nurse facility, you can still keep the same doctor. You don't have to, you know, if you had your parents at home now, they have got to the point where they cannot stay at home and you have to put them in a assisted facility, assisted nursing facility, like a skilled facility, like assisted living facility. You can keep the same providers. A lot of times we think that we have to take the doctors that's at the facility. And actually you do not. You can keep the same doctors. Let me make sure my volume is okay. 1 second, guys. Okay. You can keep the same provider that you've been having, the provider that you have a trusted relationship. You can keep that same provider. That is so important, okay? So just to know that. And your doctor, from that dentist cleaning your, cleaning, making sure their teeth are clean, from the neurologist visit, you can still see your trusted providers. So I want people to know that. Sometimes, if you go to a facility and you're going to check out the facility for your loved one, and we don't want our loved ones to go to facilities. We want them to stay at home with us. But sometimes if they have like a major stroke, a stroke that need 24/7 care, and you unable to do those things that's required, and you still have to work your 9 to 5 or your 12-hour shifts. Hello, everyone that's joining. Keith, Damon, Gonzala, thank you for joining. And so, with that being said, when you go to visit those facilities, so that your loved one could be able to be at a facility that you want them to be in, that you did the tour of the facility. I always tell caregivers to make sure you go to those facilities. Don't believe everything a person is telling you. And you want to go in times where, it's odd hours to go and check out the facility that you're planning for your loved ones to be in. That's one of the important things to do. And so the message for you, because I'm looking at my computer screen. So, all right. So the main message is you don't automatically lose your doctor when you enter into a senior living facility. Hey, Felicia, Alpha, Gordon. And so when your loved one goes into a facility, they don't lose their doctor. You just have to let the doctor know that you want him to continue to see your loved one, and they will make arrangements for you to, so your loved one can go and see the doctor, or they will have the physician to come and see your loved one. Hi, Mac. How you doing? Thank you for joining. So that's some of the things that they will do. And how it works. You're still in control of the medical care. The facility often help you arrange for transportation to and from with the provider. So they might ask you to go with them, but sometimes they do have staff to go with your loved one to their appointments, especially if it's an appointment that they need to go to their doctor's office. Now, in the case that your loved one is bedbound and they have a doctor's appointment, it would be much easier if the doctor come and see your loved one, due to the fact they're bedbound and all that extra transporting them back and forth. And sometimes the doctor's office does not have the establishment for that type of patient that's bedbound to be in the doctor's office. So I'm not saying everybody fits this category as to having the same doctor. So the doctor will, hi Linda, the doctor will make a decision if he's able to continue to be your loved one's physician, okay? So you want to make sure the accommodations are available to you when you do go and do touring the facilities. That's one of the most important things. Now, real life situations do happen. Hi Jessica, thank you for joining. Talk to me, I guess that's what that says. Thank you for joining. So one of the real life examples is like, especially if you are in that high tech nice facility, retirement community. And usually a lot of the people that's in retirement communities, your loved ones might be in one, they still drive their cars. These are facilities that's big, and they even got parking garages for them to be in. They made that decision that this is where they want to be. They probably sold their homes and everything to be in this type of facility, because this is the things that they're thinking beyond the future. They're thinking about their future versus them staying in their home. That okay, I'm gonna sell my house, I'm going to this retirement community. Right now I can still drive my car, and if they health decline, they can still live at that facility, but they will have to go to a lower if they get sick, they will have to go to like a skilled care area, and then when their health get better, they could come back to their regular room, their regular home. It's like a small apartment, It's like some people have had. One place I was at, they had 2 bedrooms, living room and a dining room. Okay, that's how big and this is in retirement community. If you never been to a retirement community, if you're taking care of your loved one, I want you to go there. I want you to visit a retirement community and see how it is. However, they got everything they need there. They don't have to go anywhere, but it is expensive. Tomorrow, I'm going to talk about the cost of these different facilities. They putting them up, but however, some of the people who has planned their retirement very well and decided that they don't want to live in their homes, they want to be somewhere where they can be taken care of, and also be somewhere just in case they get sick. Taze, hey, how you doing? James, how you doing? So they have established this. Now, if someone, for instance, is in the retirement community and they had a major surgery, like a hip surgery or knee surgery, they could stay right where they're at. Hey, Sharon, thank you for joining. Dana, thank you for joining. Alice, thank you for joining. So if they had some type of hip surgery and they don't have to actually leave their place in the retirement center, they can stay right where they're at. Hey, Knight Finance, thank you for joining. Leak, thank you for joining. Sharon, thank you for joining. Thank you for giving hearts. Thank you so much, Sharon. Thank you for the heart me. I appreciate it. So the quote, a lot of times when I worked in one of the facilities, And when I saw this place, I was like, this is so beautiful. You know, just to be able to see something sent awesome. Oh, thank you so much, Sharon. Good morning. Thank you so much. Thank you. Good morning, beautiful people. That's right. Because as long as you can get up, move your body, and look up, your eyes open, you can smile, man, you can make a good day out of it. You know, I always say make a good day out of your day. You know, so because I know. Every time I think about what happened to me last year, November 2024, I know God is good. So this is my assignment. You know, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. And since you know, I was going around my assignment. Have you ever went around your assignment? God gave you an assignment and you went around it. All the time, he's good. That's right, Sherry. You said it. All the time, he's good. Because he's going to make you, you know, your time is not up until you complete your assignment. I know that for a fact. So I'm just teaching. So my goal, my assignment is to help caregivers. If you're a caregiver out there and having some challenges and want to give up on your family, please don't give up on them. Even if you have to put them in a facility. After 13 years of taking care of my dad, I had to put him in a facility, but I continued to visit him in a facility. I gave him a different type of caregiver. I gave him the daughter caregiver. I was able to love on him, smile, sit, read the Bible to him. I wasn't constantly working. I would check his body to make sure ain't no bed sores and stuff like that. When I used to visit my dad, he stayed in the nursing home for about 2 years. I did do that. However, you want to be able to still take care of them, you know, and whoever you're taking care of. As I say, if it can be a mother, father, sister, brother, niece, nephew, uncle, children, godchildren, godmother, grandmother, granddad. Hey, all of them. Because you know what? I said everybody to help you. When I went back, I said, you know what? I'm talking about all the people who helped us some way, somewhere along the line. They are the people that helped us to get to where we at. I mean, like, probably helped us tie shoes or whatever they done for us. You know, and I'm not asking you to make a commitment to it. I'm just asking you to, if they need help, to get the right help for your loved ones. So this is my goal, is to make sure that they get the right help. Do you or your loved one have a doctor you don't want to give up? And if you have if you say your loved one say, I don't want to give up my doctor. That was like me. I didn't want to give up my doctor. I had a doctor for over 20 plus years. And after I sustained the injury, I couldn't keep her because I didn't have the regular insurance, the high-tech insurance. I have veterans insurance now. And I can only see a veteran doctor at this point. You know, and I'm not working a full-time job. Thank God I did 16 years as a veteran. Okay? So if your loved one asks you and say, can I keep my doctor? Let them keep their doctor and talk to the doctor. And ask the doctor, can they still keep you? Are you able to come to the facility where they're at? Are you able to come to the home where they're at? If they say no, then ask them for a referral. They're going to give you one of their best doctors that probably will come to the home, probably will go to the facility where your loved one is. Also, when you have to place, it's called placement. If you have to place your loved one into a facility, which breaks our heart, because now we're going to be feeling guilty because we don't have them at home no more, and we put them in a facility. We're going to worry about them all night, you know. But you're going to learn. It's a process to that as well. You just don't overcome that in one night. That you put them in a facility, and now you're going to be feeling a little guilt about it. But you know that they're going to get 24/7 services. You're going to go and visit them. You know, I always say, put them on a visitor list. You know, make sure if you have family members, let them know the hours of visitations are, and so they can go and visit the family. All right. So some facilities are very flexible as well. The facilities are flexible because they know that people want to make sure their family are taken care of. That's super important. And I want to say that when you taking care of your loved ones at home, and thank you so much, Invite Life. Thank you for showing up. Thank you. I want to thank you guys. You know, this is the part that I say. Thank you for joining. If you're sitting back, you're checking me out, you give me hearts, you did a heart me, please go up there to that heart and collect your points. You made a comment or sharing, please go up there and collect your points. Don't forget to get your points, because that does add up to your Diamond 19. So please, go there. And also, check this out. I have a YouTube, a YU page. I almost said a YU page. And I would like, it's called E-Empowerment. And if you have time, sometimes people get on here and you cannot, one second, see the whole live. So on the YT, the entire live is on the YT, and it's called eNurse Empower. eNurse Empower. You'll see my picture and everything. So if you know anyone that don't like getting on TikTok, they can go to the YT and check it out. Okay? It's all about community. The community, when you have a community and you have a go-to person, and I know a lot of times people don't understand this, but it's like having a village. Back in the day when I was growing up, a village helped us. Hey, as Smooth Dad, I think that's it. Marilyn, thank you for joining. So it takes a community to help with our aging parents, our seniors, to make sure their life is better in their season. In their season. I pray that my life is better in my season. And it's get better and better. All of us are not going to live forever, but we do want to age with grace and also have all the help that we need to make sure that we age with, our living establishment, our living facilities are good for us. We want to be able to, someone can take us outside. These are the things caregivers do for their loved ones. You don't want to have your loved ones in the house all the time. You want to have you can make a schedule, twice out of the week. Get your loved ones, if you got them in the house, and if they can go outside, take them outside. When I was married, I'm not married any longer. I was married for 21 years. And my ex, he was an awesome caregiver with me and him. We was a great team at that time. Hey, Sister Tax. How you doing? Thank you for joining. However, he was so good with my dad. He would take my dad, put that wheelchair in his car, take my dad to the mall, push him around in the mall, then take him to the little area where the food court is at in the mall. He would do that. And let them, they do people watch in the mall. So if you ever go to the mall and you see someone in a wheelchair, family member, they just letting them be there with people and see them doing people watch. Because, community. They want to see different people. It's not like they just want to not do anything. So he would do that, get my dad out the house. But we did a lot of things for my dad, for him. So just know, if you're a caregiver, hey son, I see you. Thank you for joining. Making sure that you do the participation in their life. Making sure their providers are the providers that they want to see. So my recap for this, you can usually keep your current doctor for your family. Ask about, when you take them to the facility, ask them, are they flexible? If they say no, then it might not be the facility for your loved one. And just know that none of these facilities are free caregivers. It all depends on your loved one life savings. Okay, I am going to talk about money tomorrow, so you can understand. A lot of times people don't understand that the facilities, these nursing homes, these assisted living facilities are not free, and it's a high cost to a high quality of care. Okay, so know that for sure. Okay, and know that if you or your loved one have saved their money and they want to go to the facilities and have a better quality of life, you want to allow that to happen for them. And the way you allow it to happen is you do your research as well, or you get someone to help you for the research about the facilities. I know nursing facilities, a lot of people want to say nursing home, but they're assisted living facility. They call them a SNF, a skilled nursing facility. And the skilled nursing facility is mostly for people who have strokes, severe heart problems, unable to care for themselves. Hey, Life After Nursing, how you doing? Thank you for joining. So, as far as this part, the engagement. As we know, TikTok is an engagement platform. So if you make a comment, I would like for you to make a comment, so then they won't make me do a puzzle. Yesterday they made me do a puzzle because people didn't put comments in. But thank you, Sharon came through. She put a comment in. So I probably won't need to do that. But at any rate, when you come on TikTok Live, you're in somebody else. This is like coming in somebody's house, for real, and not even saying hello. In real life, baby, you ain't coming to my house and not saying hello. We'll be like, okay, let me get you up out of here, because the energy is not good. The energy is not good. I just want to shout out Sharon. She was on here earlier for giving me, she gave me a heart me, and I appreciate it. You tapping is free. Just know, tapping the hearts is free. Tapping on the screen, that's just giving hearts, and it's free. It does not cost you no cash to tap the screen. Okay, so know that. Thank you so much. Thank you for tapping for me. I appreciate it. And when you tapping, you just tapping to push me out to the YU FYP page. Because caregivers need help. Yep, Sharon Sanders, thank you so much. You have helped me today, and I appreciate your help for tapping the screen and doing a heart me for me. Now, if you're not a caregiver, or if you're someone that's having some challenges with income, now this is my other part of my segment that I'm going into. My other part of my segment is why a done-for-you business, digital business, is for you if you're a caregiver, if you're a retired nurse, if you're someone just got fired from your job and say, I ain't going back to no toxic job. It's for you. These things are for you. What if you could earn money from home, even while caregiving, without having to create a single product? That, you're not creating nothing with this. Not a single product. It's a system for caregivers, retired nurses, or anyone that does not have any income coming in and need income to pay their bills. You can do this with 2 hours a day. And you don't need to be tech savvy. You don't need no skills for this. Thank you so much. Hey Teresa, how you doing? Thanks for coming on today. And that's Teresa. She's a nurse practitioner. Hey, I just got finished, but I would definitely tell you, I just talked about the 4 types of communities on Monday, and today I just talked about when we want to, when we have to. It's not we want to, when the service that we're providing at home is not enough for our loved ones and they need 24/7 care. What's the next step? We want them. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Sharon. You have a great day as well, okay? We want them to be in a 24/7 facility. Also, I have established a YT page. I am super excited. I'm moving. We don't know about TikTok. So I have established me a YT page. And it's called E-Nurse Power. And so my live's going to be stored there. So I would love for you to subscribe to the page. I need 50 subscribers. Okay? In order to monetize on that page. So, who's going to be brave enough to go to White? Have a great day. You as well, Sharon. I appreciate it. So, just know that as my assignment of being a caregiver coach and coaching caregivers to take care of themselves plus their family. Because one thing I know for sure, that we as caregivers forget to take care of ourselves. I mean, like, totally forget to take care of ourselves. The first thing we have on our mind is our loved ones. So I'm here so I can help you stay focused. True enough, I will give you, and this is just educational basis, educational purposes only. However, I will give you some nuggets, some information regarding to if you need some educational information about the caregiving that you're giving for your loved ones, or if you need a case manager. A lot of times we don't utilize all the help that's for the case for you when your loved one have insurance. Because now you feel like you're the caregiver and you have to do everything, but you do not have to do everything. You are not alone in this. You might feel alone, but you're not alone. Just open your heart to know to get into a great community of caregivers. I'm building a strong caregiver community so that we can become a caregiver community where we can go out, we can go traveling, we can, meet up at a different place. This is like a marathon for me, but also to be able to educate the caregivers. I know that once you become a caregiver, you don't get the education that you want to have when you're taking care of your loved one. I just read 53% of caregivers are required to do a lot of medical stuff in their home, meaning doing G-tube feeding, meaning doing straight calves, capping their family members because their urine won't come out of their bladder and they having problem with urination, so they have to straight cap them, or they're paralyzed and they have to do those things. Giving injections, These are the things that caregivers are required to do. And what they do is they give you 1 or 2 training and think that you are expert when we went to school for 4 years to how to learn how to do all them things. Now, this is real talk. And so, hey, Marilyn Wilson. And so when I come on here, it's just to let you know, I see you. I see what you're going through. But also I'm here to support you as a caregiver coach. And so, when I was a caregiver, I'm still a caregiver, but in a different capacity. My adult siblings are still able to function on their own. And I'm that go-to person. They'll call me when things are happening and they get my advice. So that's the part of caregiving that I'm doing. It's a little different, but it's also education for them. They're still able to take care of themselves. South Boy. Hey, South Boy, how you doing? And so at the end of the day, that's the reason why I'm here. Now, regarding to this passive income, this is what I'm talking about now. The passive income part of my teaching is regarding to Legacy Builders Program. Now, I talked to you about this because if you have some financial challenges and you can't be at work like you used to be at work, or you can't call in and you having struggles, the struggle bus is real, you can always change that. You don't want to be in financial debt. So this is what I do talk about this. It's no pressure at all. My thing is to talk about it, give you the information. You can go to my page, and my page in my bio. It's a link in my bio. You touch that link, it's going to ask you for your email address, and then you're going to get a free blueprint as to what the program is all about, and see if that's something that you may be interested in. You know, I know sometimes everybody's not interested in making passive income. You prefer to go out there and hustle real hard and work for somebody for 4 hours, and you only making $10. Where you could come into a program and get $100. You know, $100 a day, $200 a day, $300 a day, and working for 2 hours. You know what I mean? So that's all about changing the mindset. All of us, it's a day and time to change your mindset. You don't have to continue to struggle out there and go to these jobs that do not appreciate you. Yeah, I'm saying that because now I have found out I had to change my mindset. Because, baby, when I was on short-term disability, I went on 8 interviews as a nurse. Didn't have no business going on no interviews, but I did. And ageism is real for nurses. You know, I got slapped with ageism. I know what it was. Being a black nurse and being up in age. But also, I was doing something against the doctor's advice. Because that's what I was used to working my entire life. I'm 63, and I've probably been working. I started working at the age of 18. Have never had the whole summer off. I have enjoyed this summer, even if I didn't do anything. But I have enjoyed just being off and being well, not sick, and still got a business. I got a whole business now. It's called enursehub.com. You know, but you never know until you change your mindset. So that's all I'm saying. You don't need tech skills or experience. Just a phone, a plan, and a reason. What's your reason why you need that extra income, passive income? What's that reason why you're taking care of your loved one? What's your plan for your loved one? And I know your phone is always on. Because if you're not living with your loved one, they're calling you. They're asking you when you're coming over to see them. Did you have to go and pick up their medicine? Are their medicine being dropped off by the mail? You know, or do they get mail delivery medications? Do you have a relationship with the pharmacist? You know, these are all the things that I want caregivers to have. Because if you, as a caregiver, I'll give you my experience. If you got time, I got time. What time is it? Yeah, I got a little more time. I'll give you what I experienced. I went on a trip in July, and I used to be able to walk long distance, but these airports are so big, and I'm still dealing with my injury. And so I requested a wheelchair. And I just observed the people who are all in wheelchairs, you know. I got my cane with me. I could walk. Once I, got to my terminal, I get out the wheelchair and I walk around, just with my cane, and I walk to the, restroom, and I go to the restaurant and everything. So my flight was delayed. My flight was canceled going back to, I got to Atlanta, but my flight was canceled, and Delta had to give me a hotel. Thank you for joining, Aretha. Thank you for joining, Paula. I'm just telling you what I experienced as a aging person, 63, and they thought, they think everybody aging don't have no sense or something. They think we crazy or something. Come on. And so they thinking that I don't know what's going on. So the young man tells the Delta clerk that he didn't have time to take me to where the Uber driver's at. And the Delta clerk looked at him and said, "What? You talking about you can't take a customer Now, he the person, you know, that pushes the wheelchair. And if anybody know me, you know, I have learned to not say much. But baby, I was boiling. Yolanda, thank you. I was boiling. That old me from the west side of Chicago wanted to come out on that young man. And I just sat there. And instead of me saying something, I started crying. I was so damn emotional. Feeling like, how dare you think that I'm nobody? Because I'm older. That made me so mad. I wanted to jump out that chair. But thank God for that Delta clerk. He said, ma'am, don't cry. I got you. He was a black clerk. He said, ma'am, I got you. Don't worry. I'm going to get you where you need to go. Take care of your older people. That's all I have to say. Because when you see somebody else mistreating them, you can't mistreat your own people. You can't do it. I was so mad. And that old person, I couldn't even think to remember to get his name. And I go back, I said, dang, I wish I would have got this guy's name. But I didn't. Because the Delta guy told me he got me. He took me where I needed to go. He took me to the destination that I needed to go to. And that was good. But if you ever been in Atlanta, you got to get on the train. Then you got to walk all the way across the parking garage to get to the Uber drivers. And I knew that I wasn't in that. I didn't have the strength to do all of that. I knew I could walk certain parts, but I didn't have the strength to, you know, in my own to walk and get on that train. And people be in a hurry on them trains. And when you're going, if you ain't never traveled to Atlanta and you had to get on them trains, if you never been on them trains, them people be pushing and everything. And I didn't want that for myself. So I had to sit there and listen to somebody say, I ain't taking her. You just don't understand. I was so mad. But I'm ready this time. You know, that's why I get up and go and walk. That's why I said, you know what? I'm going to help caregivers. Because at the end of the day, caregivers need to know that they're doing a great job. And the job requires for you to stay strong and don't quit. It is a light at the end of the tunnel. Just believe that it is. You have the strength to complete your journey as a caregiver and to love on your family and love on yourself at the same time, because it's important. Sometimes people just don't want to talk about their journey. We all need to share. People get better when you share something about something that happened to you. I shared the experience and not knowing that I'm going to share tears about it, because I have never been treated like that. And when you've been treated unjustly, you understand that this is not how it goes. People need to recognize that other people need help just the same as they do. Maybe because you're not in that position that you feel like you don't need that help, but eventually you will. Eventually you will. Just know that. Or, you know, I always say, and I always said it on each live, everybody is 4 types of people. And the 4 types of people that, thanks everyone for coming on my page. Thank you for tapping. The 4 types of people are, there are only 4 kind of people in this world for caregivers. Those who have been caregivers, those who currently are caregivers, those who will be caregivers, and those who would need caregivers. Those are the 4 type of people in this world that's going to be here. And if you don't think that something's going to happen to you, that you need care, I've nursed over 35 years caring for all kind of people. Not just my kind. That's not just black people. I care for everybody. I cry with everybody's family if something happened to their family. You know what I mean? That's because it's just in me for doing that. I'm not asking for nobody for no rewards. I care. I have this as a badge of honor. Caregiving is a badge of honor. And if your parents are still living, honor thy father, thy mother. Your life will be long life on earth. And it's just not about that, but that's what the Bible says. And that's important. If it's not important to you, and sometimes I know people don't have a relationship with their mother and their father. And that's okay too. Thinking that they probably did something to them, but at the end of the day, they took care of you because you're still here. You grown. You might be grown doing your own thing. You still here. Mama Bear. Hey, Mama Bear, how you doing? You got a nice name. I like your name. So, I'm just saying, that I did my teaching. You can, YouTube, TikTok, I'm sorry. TikTok does not keep the lives on. They usually, come up with something else. They don't keep the lives as a full live. They pick and choose what they want you to repost. But you can definitely go to my YT page and check out the whole episodes of my teaching. I did teaching on the caregiver journey. It was an 8-page series, an 8-part series. And this here, I'm teaching on assisted living facilities. And I believe it's going to be like just this week, a 5-part series on helping you, the caregiver, establish and make a plans as to if right now your family might not need to go into a facility right now, but just in case, if they need to go into a long-term facility or just assisted living facility, I'm just educating you on some of the questions, some of the things that you might need to think about, or so they won't just push your person, your loved one, into any type of facility. You have a choice into what type of facility that they can go into. So I'm going to get off of here. I didn't show my emotions, and as you get older, you have emotions, and so it is what it is. And I tried to keep it together, but at the end of the day, I want everyone to have a nice day. I appreciate each and every person that came on my page. I hope I have showed you some value and information as being a caregiver for your loved one, how your loved one needs your help. And if you decide that you want to not do this any longer, please find another person to be that go-to person. You're not doing this alone, but also I have a subscription here on TikTok. And with that, you can go to, I think it's like a star. You can hit the star to subscribe to my page. It's $2.99 a month to be a subscriber for the eNurse Hub Caregiver Journey. So you can have a community that you get my lives. You get, I do a subscriber only. I'm going to do a subscriber only on Friday. So anyone that subscribed to my page they'll be the only people to see my lives on Friday. I'll start off with people starting just to get some of my teaching, and then I'll do subscriber only on Friday. And then if you have any questions or concerns, do not hesitate to ask me. I am definitely, this part is educational for me, but also I have done the journey. You know what I mean? I have, have all this experience, and it's a calling for me. It's not that, hey, true hero, hey, what's up? This is not something, I'm happy about this platform. Actually, I like TikTok, and I hope it stays around, because this is an excellent platform for people to monetize on. Also, to express what's going on in your life. You can utilize your skills. You have skill sets as well. You can utilize your skills on this page to teach others about something that they might not even know about. I'm teaching caregivers. I'm talking about the caregiver need that's out there. It's a big need out there for caregivers. A lot of this is at on the Senate floor, that caregivers could get tax off for taking care of their loved ones. The caregivers are not getting the right amount of money to taking care. Some caregivers are even afraid to get paid for taking care of their loved ones. And they can't get paid for this, for taking care of their loved ones. But they feel guilty because they're taking care of them. Because it's like a badge of honor when you're taking care of them. But your income is not the same. So you can get paid taking care of your loved one. My sister get paid for taking care of her son, because he needs 24/7 care, but she allowed him to be at home. She's the best caregiver I have seen, and she's 79 years old, and she's taking great care of her son. And he needs everything, and she does it. She makes sure everything is done for him, and he looks good. And she's been doing it almost 10 years now. And she does have compassion fatigue. She's tired, but she's still doing it. I can believe that some people couldn't do it. No, some people couldn't do that. It's just, it gets tiresome, The days that if he falls out of bed, she has to call the fire department. If he accidentally pull over, she done bought probably about 5 different beds for him. But that's a part of caregiving. And she loves her son dearly. You know what I mean? So these are the things. I'm talking about caregivers. So hopefully I get enough caregivers, and one day I'm going to have a platform of caregivers on here just to give their testimony. Because caregivers have got great testimonies of the care that they give. But what are they doing for themselves? What are you doing for yourself, caregiver? Hey, Thrive 347, how you doing? Hey, the Power Coach, how you doing? I didn't speak to you, sorry. But yeah, as a caregiver, what are you doing for yourself right now? And that start a new goal. I'm about to get off of here, TikTok. Now, TikTok be wanting you to start a new goal. They want you to do everything. But it's time for me to come off, and I'm getting off of here. And I'll be back tomorrow. What I'm talking about tomorrow? Tomorrow, I'm going to talk about trained staffing. You put your loved ones in these facilities. Do you believe all the staffs are trained appropriately? Do you feel like the staffs are trained appropriately to take care of your loved ones? Because that's some reason people like to keep their family at home. So tomorrow I'll take a look at it. I think I want to talk about trained staffing and the cost. Cost is a big factor. Cost is a big factor that a lot of people keep their loved ones nowadays at home. Yes. So meet me tomorrow here at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. If you want to be a part of my community, eNurse Hub caregiver community, you can definitely join. It's $2.99 a month for the subscription. I would love to have you. And otherwise, I want you to have an awesome day. And I'll see you back here tomorrow if you have time to put me in your schedule. All right, deuces.